Good morning, children. In our last class, we learned about factors of production. Factors of production means land, labor, capital, and organization. Factors of production divided into two. They are primary factors and derived factors. Primary factors are land and labor. Derived factors are capital and organization. In the primary factors, we learned about the land and also the characteristic of a land. Today, we are going to learn about the labor and the characteristic of a labor. Labor is a human input into the production process. Labor is a human input into the production process. Alfred Marshall defines labor as the use of body or mind. He defines. Who defines? Alfred Marshall defines labor as a use of body or a mind, partly or wholly, with a view to secure an income apart from the pleasure derived from the work. Characteristic of a labor. Labor is more perishable than other factors of production. Labor cannot be stored like a commodity. Commodity we can store in one place, but labor cannot be stored. Labor can neither be postponed nor accumulated for the next day. Labor is an active factor of production. Without labor, things cannot be produced. Neither land nor capital means investment, can yield much without the labor. Without labor, we cannot produce anything. Labor is not homogeneous. Skill and dexterity. What is dexterity? Skill in performing tasks, skill in thinking creatively, and express something quickly and easily. It is called as a dexterity. Vary from person to person. Each person has some special talents. Isn't it? Yes. Labor is movable. Man move from one place to another place, from the low paid occupation to the high paid occupation. Individual labor has only limited bargaining power. Now, division of labor. What is called as a division of labor? The concept division of labor was introduced by Adam Smith. Who is Adam Smith? Adam Smith is known as a father of economics. Adam Smith introduced in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. Division of labor means dividing the process of production. Division of labor means dividing the process of production into distinct and several component process and assigning each component in the hands of labor or a set of laborers who are specialists in that particular process. So division of labor means dividing the process into a distinct and several component process and assigning each component in the hands of labor who are specialists in a particular process. For example, a tailor stitches a shirt. He does all the work. If you want to stitch a shirt, a tailor stitches a shirt wholly, that is fully. He alone stitches the shirt. If you take a garments exporter, cutting of cloth one group will do, and another group stitches of hands, body, collars, and another group stitches the buttons. Are done independently by different workers. Therefore, they are combining all the parts into the whole shirt. One group will stitch hands, and another group will do buttons, other group will stitches the collars, etc. Therefore, they are combining the parts into the whole shirt. That is called as a division of labor. Now, merits of division of labor. What are the merits of division of labor? What are the advantages? Advantages of division of labor. It improves efficiency of labor. When labor repeats doing the same task. If a labor does same task means he will be skilled person. Time and materials are put to the best and most efficient use. Demerits of division of labor. Repetition of the same task makes labor to feel that work is monotonous and stale. It kills the humanity in him. The same task is given to the same worker, same labor. If he knows to stitch a button also, he has to do the same collar, means it kills his humanity. The same task is given to the same labor means it will be bored to him. Even he knows to do another work also, the company, that exporter company will give the same task to him. So it kills the humanity. Another demerits, reduce the growth of handicrafts and the worker loses the satisfaction of having made a commodity in full. Narrow specialization reduces the possibility of labor to find alternative avenues of employment. This results in increase in unemployment. So what we learned is, we learned the characteristic of a labor and the merits and demerits of the labor.